Aha, that's why. Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Rusty Hamrick with Mailbox Power. For those of you who don't know me, I'm one of the certified training partners, and I wanted to do a video. There was a question on a call the other night about merge fields and whether or not you should put people's name what the best practices are for first name and spouse name. And so I did some research and I generated a couple products. And so I wanted to do a video, and I will show you the product. I'm going to show you what it looks like in the design portion of our system, and then I'm going to show you the results, right? The basic idea is that if you put bracket, bracket, first name, bracket, bracket, space, ampersand, space, bracket, bracket, spouse name, bracket, bracket, and that's all on one line, the system is smart enough to know whether or not the spouse field has a name in it. So for your customers, clients, patients, donors, friends, family, whomever it is you're reaching out to, if you're only reaching out to one person, the system will address it to dear so-and-so. If there's two people, a first name and a spouse name completed in your address book fields, then the system will know to put first name and spouse name. You can use an ampersand or the word and can be lowercase or all uppercase, whatever you want, right? But it's very important, it must be on the same line. So I'm going to show you, I have some things in my lap here. They all came in the box, our beautiful boxes. And so now I'm going to share with you my screen and I'll show you, I'm just going to go in. So the first is this card that I created. I always use that same image, which anybody who has been on my overviews knows that that is the case. So on the card itself, waiting for the internet like the rest of the world. On the card itself. Okay, so you can see so I used myself as the test address. On the card, this is the front of the card as it says down here. I put hi first name, space, ampersand, space, spouse name. I do not have a spouse. And so if you look, I'm going to show you. So that's what it looks like here. I'm going to stop the share. You can see on the card, it just put hi Rusty because the system knows it was in the proper format all on one line. It's not going to include the ampersand or the spouse, right? Easy peasy. The other thing that I did with this particular design, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. It's going to be a lot of screen sharing today. I'm going to go back to the envelope. And you can see I put hi, first name, and spouse name. Isn't that a great shot of Los Angeles? That's the observatory downtown. I think you can see, for those of you who remember Independence Day, I think it's one of these buildings that gets destroyed. But anyway, there's the new Ritz-Carlton. Anyway, so on the cover, I put hi, first name, and spouse name. But you can see on the envelope, as was printed here, it only put hi Rusty because it was formatted properly all on the same line. My spouse field is blank, so it will not print the ampersand or the word anything after a first name, right? Now, on the inside, I wanted to show you a proper way to do it and an improper way to do it, just as, you know, just in case, so everybody could see how it works. So on the inside top, I put hi, first name, and spouse name, all on the same line, all properly formatted. This is to show that this system works. This system works. This, two different lines, does not work. And so if you see, we're going to come to the card, and you can see upstairs, it says hi, Rusty, comma. No and, no ampersand, no spout, nothing, right? Because it was all on one line, properly formatted. This, it printed the ampersand because spouse name was on the second line. So System works. It's really smart. It knows how to do it. That's for the cards. Now I want to show you guys a gift. I did a mug. I love our mugs. I think they are super, super powerful. And they're good mugs. Like, I'm a coffee guy. This is a good mug. So here is the mug. Continue editing. I did a shot also from Provincetown, beautiful Provincetown, landing place of the Pilgrims. They landed there first. They settled in Plymouth, but that's where they landed. So you can see on the mug itself, I put first name, ampersand, and then on the second line, this was to prove that this is not the way to do it. I put spouse name, right? So if you see on the mug, first of all, beautiful shot. There's a little harbor, and you can see it's really great. Anyway, on the back of the mug, it printed the ampersand because I intentionally formatted it incorrectly, right? It has to be all on the same line, and the system will know the difference. Now, and so that works on all our water bottles and mugs and all that stuff. Now, there was a little interesting learning moment here that we kind of went through. So I want to show you, this is the last thing. It's a short video. I don't know. I think it's short. You may not think it's short, having to listen to me. But anyway, so I did a test run with the brownies. And I I tend to push things all the way to the very, very, very edge of the design, right? And so there's my thing, and it is smushed up against the edge. And what happened is when this printed, it bumped the spouse name to the second line because of the margin, like it overlapped the margin. And so if you see, I'm going to show you on the brownies, it printed the and, because ultimately the margins bumped the spouse field to the second line. The system didn't register it all on the same line, and so it printed the and. So the pro tip on this is make sure that you leave plenty of space on the edges. Ah, yeah, see, look, I moved it just a fraction of an inch. I sounded like Casey just then, a fraction of an inch. And as soon as I did, it just bumped it down to 2 lines, right? So the pro tip is make sure that your margins leave enough space, just kind of eyeball it, but it's, doesn't have to be super whatever. And then make sure that the text, the font size is small enough that it all appears on the same line. So now, because there's a little bit of a buffer on the sides, and we'll go ahead and center that, boom. That will now work because the format, bracket, first name, bracket, space, AND, space, bracket, spouse name, bracket, is the proper format, and it all appears on one line. The last thing I want to talk about is someone had, this is a redo. I did the video earlier, but I didn't show in the system. And so I wanted to redo it so that I could show in the system what it looks like and then how it turns out on the products. And somebody had asked the question, can we just put the first name of both of the people in the first name field and call it a day? Here's the thing. You are welcome to run your business and your system in whatever way you want. It's your system. The Mailbox Power system is designed to be used the way that I just described. The downside of putting 2 names in the first name field is if you're doing a big run, let's say this time of year, you want to do New Year's cards, you want to do holiday cards, you want to do whatever, that seems like it would be fine. But then if you also are celebrating birthdays throughout the year, your clients are going to get, like, let's say it's a husband and wife, wife and wife, whatever, roommates, business partners, whatever the situation is. If you want to celebrate people's birthdays independently, if you want to send them gifts independently, if you want one person's name on a mug and not the other person's, if the partnership dissolves, if there's any reason that you need to be able to separate those people, you can't do it if they're both saved in the first name field. So that would be the from my perspective, the biggest consideration in setting it up that way is it means if you want to send James a birthday card, then it's going to James and Mary. And you know, it to me, that's a little less personal, but that is my preference. And our system is designed as I just demonstrated. And so, you know, I just think don't overcomplicate it. That's it from me. Thanks for watching. And it is a couple days before Christmas when I'm recording this. You can see my extensive holiday decorations right there. So everybody, I hope that you have had a safe and healthy holiday season. If you celebrated Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. I believe it just ended last night, maybe the night before. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas upcoming. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa. If you don't celebrate any of it, then happy end of 2020. Be healthy, be kind, be nice to each other. And thanks for watching.